the hardest?
Like, you get me? So it did really well. When we did that, it caught the ear of some record execs, and they were like, "Yeah, this sounds like something that we could do something with. What we gonna do?" But there's too much of them. That's what they said at the time. There's too many of them. We need to get the numbers down to a number that is doable.
Yeah.
Right. So then they then said, "How can we make this work?" So then my brother went to sit down for a little while, unfortunately. So he couldn't be in it. So we brought Flawless into the band. And then we just chose three of the girls, the three of the best singers out of the band, to be in the group as well. And then we called it Big Brothers because that was the name of the CD that we were discovered from.
Okay.
Like, you get me? It's called Big Brothers Watching You. So that's how we got the name, and that's how we kind of got together in the beginning. And then, yeah, the rest is just, music history, like, you get me?
That's a big look. So, like, what kind of famous people was you rubbing shoulders with, like when you was coming up in the game?
At that time, we didn't really, because we was our own little unit, but we used to run into everyone. We used to run into the Robbie Williams, we did this award show in Europe, and we saw Mariah Carey, Usher, all of the artists, like everyone that you can think of, 50 Cent, all of them. We run into everyone basically on our journey. But one of the most memorable moments was we did Party in the Park one time, and that was like 100 and something thousand people in the park. We met the Prince, who's the king now, Prince Charles. We met him, and we met Beyonce. And Beyonce, because she was on the same label as us, she probably got to hear our music and that. She was like to the girls, "Oh, y'all can really sing. I heard y'all." And I was like, "What?"
Oh, what, Beyonce actually had a conversation with
Yeah,
you guys,
Beyonce had conversation, like, she knew she was aware of us. Like, you get me? So that was a bit like, whoa, like, Beyonce, like, you get me? Even back then, she was still like...
Yeah, she was still big.
She was still
A big
Beyonce
deal,
even then, like, you get me? But I think that's when she started going solo on her own for the first time with Survivor and songs like that.
Okay.
So she was at Party in the Park as well, but we were label mates, innit? So she would have heard some of our stuff maybe around the office and that. So that was like one of the biggest, like,
moments.
That was the biggest artist that we've ever, like, had conversations with and stuff. But we basically met everyone. So it was good, man.
That's dope. So you see, like, obviously with your music, I'm sure it still gets spun today. How does it work with, like, royalties and stuff like that for people that don't understand? Like, are you still seeing checks off the back of what you done back then?
Yes. So we still get checks and stuff, but the way our deal was structured, it wasn't a good deal. And
that's usually the case, like, back then. A lot of things have changed now because you could be your own record label now. Do you know what I mean?
See, that's why some things back then was better and some things right now is better, because back then, when you made it, like, you proper made it, innit? Because people were invested in you, so it wasn't like a streaming service where they could just easily stream your music. They had to actually say, right, I like Big Brothers. I'm gonna go into town and I'm gonna go and buy their record. Like,
yeah,
you get
it was
me?
a physical thing.
They had to make a commitment to go and buy the physical music, right? So that was more of a commitment from the people, but then also the record labels were unscrupulous back then. They weren't giving out great deals. And the thing about us is we made a lot of mistakes. Like, you get me? As a group, we made a lot of mistakes. One of the first mistakes we made, we had 2 deals on the table for us, right? One deal kept us more independent, and it would give us more percentage of our music, but less of a money up front. And one was like the deal that we went for, which was more money up front, bigger label, and we lose some of our independence, yeah? And where I come from, right, I wasn't used to, like, being successful or anything like that. We would do anything just to get out of the neighborhood that we were in. Like, you get me? The environments weren't the best. Like,
you weren't looking at the small print.
Yeah, we weren't looking at the details. And the thing is, my brother, who went away, he was like the one that would, if he was there,
he'll scrutinize
he would have said, nah, this is dumb. Like, why are we doing this? Like, but he weren't there in it. So like a common sense person left the situation. Like, you get me? And then we were all there just like, let's get some money, man. Let's try and get some money and give some money to our family. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, so we just went for the big money up front one, which was dumb. Like, now I know that's dumb, but then it didn't seem dumb. Then it seemed like the right move. Like, you get me?
So you feel like the other deal would have paid better for like the marathon, for the longevity?
Right. The other one was a marathon. This one was the sprint money.
Yeah, the sprint, yeah.
The sprint money. This was the Usain Bolt money. Like, you get me? Quick. Like, get me some 100 grand. Give me, like, they were talking about, oh, we give you 100 grand now each. Like, bang, bang, bang. Like, and we're like, what? I never seen money like this. I'm from, like, Brixton. Like, you get me? I ain't never seen money like this. And they're talking crazy money. And they're talking, yeah, you're going to be on Sony Records, the biggest label in the world, da-da-da-da. The other label was saying, we're not going to give you any money up front. First of all, we're not giving you anything. We'll give you, like, little change and that, but we're not giving you money, but we'll give you more percentage of your music. Like, and now to me, that sounds like sensible. Like, but then I was like, nah, this is crazy. You don't not even trying. Like, you get me? You don't not even trying to get us. Like, you get me? So it was like a no-brainer to go for that deal at the time. But really, that was a dumb deal. Like, you get me? Now I see it like a dumb deal. Like, you get me? But we did what we did in it. And I don't have no regrets, because at the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about, like, some of the memories that we got.
Memories, you can't, the moment, 100%.
You can't really rewrite that. And who knows, maybe we would have went with that label and it would have flopped. Like, you get me? Because the songs that they were going to put out first as well wasn't the
ones that you lot dropped.
Yeah, it wasn't in the same order. So they were going to put out OK first as our lead single. They were going to rework New Flow and do it in a different way. And they were just going to do it differently, right? More urban, more like... less pop, right? So who knows? Maybe that would have worked better.
Maybe it may not have.
Maybe not, right? So we decided to go for the Sony deal, but like now looking back, we can easily say that was the wrong decision.
Who's the hardest?